Hey, it's TDA and welcome back to Starfield. Today, we're finally going to save the universe. At least we've been working on it very well. I mean, we've killed a lot of spiders. But today, let's see if we can get rid of them once and for all. We're going to go back to Victus, who apparently knew about the whole spider issue all along, and hopefully get a way to, well, get rid of all the heat leeches in the entire universe, I suppose, because they are apparently the ones that are actually turning into those nasty little spiders.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Yeah, so what I actually did in the meanwhile was preparing for some nice Outpost guides. Probably going to work on that Wednesday. I'll be out of the town tomorrow. But yeah, I actually haven't done much with Outpost in this game. Initially, I felt it was a little bit too much work. But then I realized you actually get experience from crafting things, so I don't think it's necessarily worth it for the money. But experience, that's something we can never have enough of. All the levels, you know, so let's find out if that actually works. But however, for now...
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall
Exactly, I agree with you, Barrett. Well, let's do exactly that. So, that means... Why is this pointing upwards? We need to go down to... There we go. Apparently this was the actual lift upstairs was closer. But yeah, we're going to go visit Victus once again. Which means, Barrett, you get to stay behind once more.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here. Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yeah, he's staying there, don't worry. He's staying there. Alright.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big.
You knew exactly what we were
Did you
onto.
find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Are we going to just straight up accuse him, or are we going to be a little bit more subtle behind it? We don't actually know if he's... We don't know for sure if he's behind it. Although, as far as we know, he's actually the only one who knows about this little bug problem. Other than ourselves now.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
Let's say we found a recording of you discussing the use of Terramorphs as a weapon.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions.
He's going to be a slippery bastard, isn't he?
After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing?
Well, honestly...
So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we?
He's pretty capable of doing whatever he's been doing from his cell, so... Let's see. Normalize, confess, or I turn over what I found. That's not going to work with this guy, so let's be a little bit more subtle in that.
You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis.
Oh yeah.
My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
That was my initial response, but... Let's see. No better way to show you see what a deadly weapon they have in the Lazarus plant than to use it. He has an associate. That was probably the guy that we killed.
All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear.
Mm-hmm.
So why would someone like me go through all this trouble? You couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found. But we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Mm-hmm.
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death. It was the only option that made sense at the time.
How to continue from here?
Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis.
Yeah, it's gonna be us, right?
The dear departed
Ah,
Dr. Reginald
okay, that guy.
Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient. Dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom you were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective. There are heroes
He's
without
a pretty
villain.
sick bastard.
I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
Yeah, exactly this. If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're going to be here a while. So this guy is really full of himself, isn't he?
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to cooperate with him just because.
And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me.
Or, you know, you could just have told everyone.
You'll see the same, and leave my name out of the discussions to come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about all of this, but let's find out what the others think. That's probably where we're going to be heading next. And let's not forget to actually pick up Barrett,
Authorized personnel only.
so he doesn't wander
Got
off
my
again.
attention, Captain.
Let's get moving.
Right with you.
It's the toilet. You'd think by now I know where the entrance is, but seems not. Gonna go straight to everyone, I guess. Wait. Where are they? Oh, in the waiting room. Okay. That works.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Mm-hmm.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
Mm-hmm. He's guilty as hell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
Yep.
He wanted his family's name to be respected again, so he decided to double down on being a monster. What a brilliant strategy.
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
He asked if we leave out his involvement in the attacks. She's
I'm
probably
sure he
not
did.
on board with that.
But he killed dozens of people, and I'm not about to let him get away with something like that.
That's your father.
So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all.
Yep.
Unless there was more to discuss.
Is
This
there?
might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Also, we still have to pick how we're going to deal with the Terramorphs. Honestly, considering how fast these things can grow now, the large beasts are probably not the most efficient way.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math, and a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference. Asylees aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the Terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Asylees, we're at least dealing with known risks.
Yeah, probably going that way.
Here we go.
They're cute. Also, a microbe killing a lot of creatures is just going to mutate and probably kill everyone in the universe, so there doesn't seem like the best solution there. Although it is quick. It is definitely the quicker way to go. Let's see what everyone else
Welcome
thinks.
back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike.
Yup.
Is what I'm reading here true? This report comes from a particularly confidential source, both you
Also
and I are
known as
familiar with.
Victus. Yes.
Among the reasons its findings are so alarming. Now, is it true? Was the attack on New Atlantis planned?
Yup.
The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Nope.
Orlays. Well, ma'am, it seems your report is incorrect. Francois Sanon was responsible for
We're
the
letting
attacks.
her tell her own
What?
father.
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation your group is leveling. Seeing as Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
How is she not believing this, considering he has literally been working for them from that same cell? Oh yeah, we have physical evidence.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
he knew they could do this. And said nothing.
Yep.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
He's not gonna
I'll
like
issue
that.
the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. That's truly disconcerting to hear. But cutting off Victus's contact with the outside world is likely to be just the beginning of his punishment.
Well, he's already dead, technically. At least that's what everyone else thinks. Let's just leave it up to them.
It's well past due. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
We're
Let's
already
wipe out the
discussing
plant.
the elimination of one species, Captain. Explain to me why you wish to eliminate another.
Well, this is the one that is turning one species into monsters? Yeah, pretty much this. Just remove the weapons.
So long as total eradication can be independently confirmed. Can't risk somebody taking home a cute little souvenir that then destroys humanity down the road.
And once Victus has been dealt with, this problem can end here.
And allow us to focus on the grander task to come. Very well. We'll clean up the plant. Thank you for the suggestion, Captain. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the Cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the Captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Well, probably going with the big beasts because they're so cute. If you are just joining the stream, we're working on the eradication of the Terramorphs quest line from the UC. And don't forget to say hi in chat because I can't actually see who's watching because this is YouTube, not Twitch. But that's a shame, but if you say hi, then it gets a little bit more fun for all of us, I guess. Don't forget to like the video if you actually like it. If you don't, by all means don't. Let's see. Terramorphs have caused enough damage and need to be wiped out quickly. That's what's the universe scale version of a pandemic? It feels like we're inviting exactly that when we do something like this. We're already destroying the
We're
plant,
waiting on you, Captain.
so yeah. Going with
I'm
the
in
big
full
beasts.
agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
A whole new species. All over the galaxy. Yeah, this is going to go great.
What are you whining about, Barrett?
Yes,
This is not a
because
new
we're going
beast.
to make sure it does.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
You have classes.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods.
Ooh, discounts.
And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive. You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
So we went from not being a citizen at all, going to a citizen and now a Class 1 citizen and getting a penthouse? That's interesting. So let's go check out the penthouse, I suppose. This was not the floor that we should have gone to, I think, but oh well. You still with us, Barrett? Yeah, there you are. No idea what I'm exactly going to do with the penthouse. Maybe my parents can move into it. I don't think they are living in the penthouse, not even close.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. Luckily, I'm one step ahead of you.
Give me
I've
the
already
money.
gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
Ooh, 12k credits.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Well, we were probably going to pick up all 3 of them, but We actually only did one Vanguard mission, that's true. Yeah.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Transferring that to you... done. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colony's craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. So, Super et Ultra, Captain.
Let's pick up the other quest while we're
coming
at
up.
it.
You ready to head out right now? Oh, I went ahead and authorized the highest specialist pay grade we've got as soon as it was decided you'd be doing this work. You're getting top dollar. So, are you good to get started?
Sure.
Let's get to the details. Good hunting, Captain. Okay, these coordinates should get you to your first... That Terramorph doesn't have a prayer. Then what can I do for you?
Let's see, what else did we have? So now the quest to help Percival is not here.
Okay, didn't see that one coming. No need to say any more. I know what it's about.
Let's see if we can get this
He's
guy a
convinced he
promotion.
deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know him well? What do you think of him? Not the first time I've heard that. Clearly patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much. But if he's gonna be sending people here...
Spamming your boss, always a good
I received
idea.
some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf, the full authority of Vanguard leadership. He's gonna be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Please, give him my regards.
Oh boy.
These missions are straightforward. Proceed to the location, kill the
Let's
before-
actually just do some space battles. Could be fun. This was over a lot quicker than I thought, and then it feels like we're just getting to generic quests now. I mean, those could be fun, don't get me wrong, but don't necessarily think we need to focus too much on those. Actually, this is stuff forced. A lot faster to do it like this. Oh, look. Let's keep the planet safe. We actually want to have some colonies. Let's see if we can still rip these apart. Level 4, really? Well, I think my weapons are working. I also think we have outleveled this quest.
Taking down their shields.
It's easy experience, though. Ship parts, nice. Just in case we ever encounter someone who actually manages to fire back. This is Star Station. Is there no loot from the other one?
Communications system critical. Hail terminated.
Is this part of the quest? No, we completed the quest, so then what are we looking at here? Seems to be some sort of quest there. Let's find out.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Ooh, Varun, okay. Hello. You're just going to start shooting at me? That's fine. You can do that. Shooting at his feet.
Well, they don't need it now. You aren't ready for this, but I am.
Definitely not having too much problem with the enemies right now. Anyone else? Oh, this is the actual space station. There we go.
I was wondering if this was going to happen.
Oh yeah, this is happening, alright. What the hell is that? Did someone just throw a grenade or something? Probably at themselves in that case. There we go. Looking for magazines, but none of them out here so far. Those tablets look a lot like magazines though, so keep mistaking them for them. Feels like... What's going on with this guy? Feels like they're throwing stun grenades, but... I'm not entirely sure how wise it is to be throwing grenades on a space station. Be a decent experience though. Let's see if we can get this lock. That was probably not the correct one. So what else fits here? This one fits. Do we really need 3 to do this? No, we don't. Let's see. If we, oh, okay. So if we go like this, and then we go like this. I had it almost correct the first time around, but not quite. Not quite. Okay, so this one needs to go here. Then we have this one to go here. Now let's not mess this one up. Like so, and like so. There we go. Let's hope this time it's actually worth it. 74 credits, really? The answer is not really, as usual. Honestly, if it has a lock in it, you can pretty much assume that there's not going to be anything of value in there. Their guns are really annoying with all the things they do to my face, apparently. There's quite a few of them in there, actually. Barrett, are you helping me out or what?
Oh, I love this part.
Barrett, are you kind of stuck or what? There we go. This guy is registering as alive. That's really weird. Honestly, in the last 5 minutes, I think I've seen more bugs than in my 20 hours before this. Nothing game breaking, but it's weird that suddenly all these Enemies are bugging out. Oh, hello. This one is opened with a computer. And that means we're probably not getting in. I'll take the med pack though. This computer? Okay, I guess we are getting in. Oh, hello. Anything of value in here? Probably. Oh, not. Oh, experience. How's that going for it? Harvested organs. Those are quite valuable, apparently. We just need to remember to sell them before we go anywhere where we're going to get scanned, because I do not have shielded cargo. Okay, so anything else of interest in here? Usually there's like this big box somewhere that you can loot that has all the good stuff in it. I haven't found it yet though.
We're not alone. All yours.
Where are we getting shot from? Oh, over there. I like all the plants in here. So we need another computer to unlock this. Computer, where are you? Not here, apparently. Some more credits, that's always useful. Is this where that computer is? We have some ammo that's randomly laying around here in the research station, because why not? Nothing about opening door here. Nope. Not this computer, apparently. Random corpse with a digipick on it. She was lockpicking in her spare time. At least that one is still working. Oh well. Level 40. Hello.
Special
I'm liking the experience we get from this. Still don't think we have cleared out everyone in here. This is the exit. So what did we miss? Something over here probably. Oh, you got in. I just don't know how to get to you. I don't think it's really vital though, honestly. Is there anything interesting in here that actually wants to be picked up? Because honestly, I think we might just leave it at this, rather than running around here for half an hour trying to find that one weapon that's probably going to sell for like 1,000 credits or something like that. Yeah, nothing of importance in here anyway, as far as it, as I can tell. And yeah, Ulrich, we actually saved the galaxy. At least we agreed that we were... Well, we told on Vevictus, and what else did we do? Well, we agreed that we're going to raise the big creatures to hunt the spiders, and that's about it, I guess, yeah? And now we actually, we did get... Actually, I forgot, we actually didn't check out the, what did they call it? The luxury apartments? They call it even better, something like that. That we're supposed to get, but we actually didn't go to New Atlantis to pick it up yet. So actually, let's go and do that. We are now Class 1 citizens after all. Undock. Do have to sell some of my contraband before we do that, no? Otherwise the people in New Atlantis are going to be angry at us. So let's see, the wolf system. What's this one? Let's go straight to the den. We did visit the doctor, so yes, we are not crippled today anymore. That was really, really annoying. I actually did some surveying this morning, and after doing it for like 2 minutes, and every step I said on every planet was me being crippled, the first thing I did was go to a doctor and get that handled, because that was so annoying. One of these days I'm going to fly straight into one of these space stations.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
B. Let's go sell some stuff.
Only a matter of time.
Oh right, we actually need to give this guy his news.
You look like you've got news.
Mm-hmm.
It better be good news. Okay, come on. Don't keep me in suspense. When do
We
I
don't actually know if it's good news.
What? How could it be better? Oh, come on. Quit messing with me and just tell me already.
Congratulations, you are being awarded a special commendations. Probably not a good one, but...
Wow, really? Let's see. Unique in the history of the Vanguard. That's good, right? Okay. Okay, finally, some real recognition. Thanks for doing the legwork here. I'm not gonna forget that you helped me out. And someday, when I'm running the Vanguard, I'm gonna make sure you get paid big time.
So she's actually happy
For
with
now,
it.
Though, my account's a little light, so
yeah,
this is the best I can do.
figures.
But really, I mean it. I'm gonna remember this.
Mm-hmm. Well, we made him happy. We made sure his boss is no longer getting spammed. So I guess
if there's anything I can do for you, how may the trade
authority... That's good.
By
Good
all
ending
means.
to that quest. So let's sell some stuff. Let's see. Where's the contraband? Where's the contraband? There we go. Okay. Do we have anything else to sell? I'm actually not picking up any weapons because I used to get overburdened so quickly. But now it feels like we have nothing to sell. We don't need this. Don't need this either. We do need that other item for making outposts, which I'm going to do soonish. But first, let's go to Atlantis. New Atlantis, to be specific. That's not over there. It's over there. New... No, still not over there. I'm not really sure if there's an easier way to do this. It is that I actually know where we're going, but... residential district probably is where we're going to get our house.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
I don't have any contraband.
Scan complete. You're...
Now we can actually land. Still going there. Okay, and then finally, where is that housing thing? I actually don't remember, considering I have never actually used it. Well, I did use it once, all the way in the beginning, and I was told, nope, you cannot have anything because you are not a citizen. Well, not only are we a citizen now, we are a Class 1 citizen. We're so cool. So. Not over there, not over there.
Kids miss you.
It's one of those buildings that are kind of like in the middle. Kind of like the UC distribution center, like over there.
I can't get enough of all the trees.
Let's see.
Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of
That's another quest line we have to do at some point. There we go. Let's see.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home. If you're a citizen, of course. Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen.
Yes,
You've
it is.
made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion. What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
So we actually got a key to our house. And we have building materials being handed to our ship's cargo hold. That's interesting. Mercury Tower, which one is that? Probably one of the ones over there. Probably says so on the side, but we can't actually see it from over here. Let's see how big our house actually is. I wonder if you actually start out with the background that has a house, if you still get a house on top of that, or if you replace one house with the other one. If you replace them, it kind of feels bad, I guess. Well, this isn't it. Let's see. Oh, there's actually, you have those apartments over there as well. Or we just go to the residential district and get in the middle of all of those.
I'm all ears.
So, Pioneer Tower, Apollo Tower. Neither of those are the ones we need. We need Mercury Tower. Standing in front of it, maybe?
You really had me going there.
There we go. Mercury Tower. Home sweet home. Straight to the penthouse. Nice. A little bit empty, but nice. Well, she was not kidding. I'm actually wondering what's over there. We should probably explore this planet at some point as well. But, yeah, pretty good view. Seems like almost a temple or something out there. How do we actually add stuff to our home? I assume we can. I hope we can, because it is really, really empty. Probably also not something that's worth the trouble, considering, well, not like we're going to be staying at this home for a long time. Ooh, this is a very big bathroom. There's no bath, though. Why is there no bath? I mean, such a large house and then no bath. Well, we have a washing room. At least it came with a washing machine. No bed, though. This place is huge. Oh, another balcony. This is where Starfield turns into some kind of housing show where they show you around and then say, okay, this house just costs just a little bit under 1 million. Or with the housing prices nowadays, probably several times that, but still. Well, we have a nice little home now. Let's close the door behind us and figure out where we're going to go next. Actually, I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, let me see. I got a side quest to check in with my parents. The real question is, did we actually get a side quest? Or not? Just a note to visit my parents. And the real question is, where are my parents at the moment? Because they like a lot walking around. They do not tend to stick in the same place for a long time. So let me think. My parents are actually in Apollo Tower, I believe.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant
Pioneer Tower, that was it. This one, the one with the restaurant beneath it. That's how I always remember it.
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
Again? Man, Barrett, you want to chat all the time.
Everyone in my poker night is going to hear about you.
And they should.
Feel free to grab anything you need.
Do I have news?
Oh, your father has been as anxious as a kid on Christmas.
Anyway, so you know about my card game, right? Been playing for years.
The bathroom was huge and larger than the actual hotel bathroom. Yeah, the priorities in those hotel rooms can be a little bit off sometimes. Then again, you're just spending the night on the bed usually anyway, so if you want to relax, then having a nice bathtub could be nice. Mm-hmm.
Usually we're just playing with credit ante, so it's just for fun.
Mostly.
Well, I was in the game of my life. Me and another lady, we went all in and then some. After I called, she had 4 of a kind, queens. But I had an honest-to-God straight flush.
Honey, he doesn't need to hear the play-by-play.
This is my moment. So finally, I won. I won big, the biggest pot of my life. I kept my poker face, even if I felt like letting my insides out. But the big kicker is, I won myself a ship. A real starship.
He went from playing with Auntie
We went to the docks
To a
and
ship?
looked at it and everything.
Well, there's no way I'll ever fly it. So we had no idea what to do with the damn thing. And then it came to me. You.
We can't say no. I mean, they mean well, right?
Your expression makes it totally worth it. All the paperwork's already been taken care of. Keep it, sell it, I don't care what you do with it. I just hope it makes up for all the money you keep sending home.
We sent like 2,000 credits home so far. Then again, of course, just from a lore perspective, there was time before this as well. But yeah, let's go check out our ship, I suppose. Oh, oh, oh. Let's go to the space yard. How am I finding Starfield so far? Well, really, really nice. Honestly, I'm amazed on how much fun just doing these random quests are.
What?
I mean, we're like... Hello? Oh. And these little events are awesome.
On our watch, no heat leach enters this city.
Look, they're now actually actively killing the heat leeches. That's nice. So what I was going to say is it's really fun just doing the side quests. I haven't actually done only like more than 2 or 3 of the actual main quests. I am level what now? 20 something? Let me check. Oh, 20 exactly. And just doing side quests, living in this world, talking to people. It's really, really fun.
Sure,
I'd also like to see what my new ship is now. So this is the Frontier, which is ripping through all the enemies I've found so far. It's actually not that bad. Can we see the stats somewhere? We compare this to the thing. So this has a hull of about 500. So does this. Has a pretty decent cargo capacity, actually. Also has a reactor with 20 energy. I think we have the same on ours, don't we? Yeah, we do. Has a better jump range, does it? Yeah, it actually has a better jump range. It also has some decent weapons on it. Has more power than it can handle, though. Let's see, if we go into the shipbuilder for this one. So the power ratios are a little off. But other than that, it's a pretty decent ship. Let's see, it has EM suppressors on it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this ship. I mean, we can only fly one ship at a time, but I guess we can't complain about our parents giving us an entire ship for free. Did I assign all my skill points, actually? Yes, I did. There's actually a pretty good experience to be found just exploring and surveying planets as well. Now, let's see, where's Barrett? You wanted to talk. Barrett? Don't run off. Don't run off. Hey there.
Space is so hostile to humanity already, and you made it just a little bit safer for everybody.
A little bit?
No matter what you could have done differently, this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Turomorphs are finally gone. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't noticed anything.
Well, for one, I collected like 3 of the artifacts.
You're amazing. Like chocolate-covered prasada berries on an all-you-can-eat spicy chunks buffet. Sorry, I'm a little hungry. Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Aceles are going to work out, huh?
Well, they did
you
before.
Must have seen some data that I didn't.
Exactly this. They're awesome and safer.
They're reliable is, I think, what you're trying to say. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. At least with the extermination of the Lazarus plant, the Asylees will have an easier time.
I'm not entirely sure why he's still debating this. We know it works. I mean, we literally had these like a couple of dozen years before all the Terramorphs started to go around the world, universe. Oh well.
Given the length of time needed to deploy the Asylees, combined with the amount of time needed to hunt down all the Terramorphs, it's going to be a while before we know if that's enough.
That's true. That's fair. But still. Speaking of Barrett. Did we already get his quests? I don't think we did. For the simple reason that we sent out someone to get some more information. We can actually speak to Percival. That's where that quest went. Let's do that as well. Let's see what he wants us to do. I think he was talking about some more bugs. Let's do this the smart way. I keep forgetting that I can actually just do this straight from the menu. Wonder if we're actually going to land straight on the planet or if we need to be scanned once again. I guess technically on Mars you don't need to be scanned.
Should have done my stretchers before we landed. Oh well.
So we're having a party here or what?
But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome everyone to the TMD.
So, inspirational speech there. Alright.
Excuse me.
Speaking of the TMD, let's find out what the hell is this?
Glad to see some good research being done. But I can't say I'm less worried.
You heard right. These Terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task.
Sure, why not?
Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly.
Oh, glad to hear you got a chance to play. Actually doing the side quests in the well, I think in the first like 10 or 12 hours all I did was just run around New Atlantis, doing some side quests there, then getting to Mars, doing a whole lot of side quests there. There's quite a few there. And then I was like, oh wait, didn't we actually have something like a main quest to do with Sarah? And she was just following me around, happy to do that. And that's exactly why I think this game is so amazing. If you're looking for something that is really linear and straightforward, then you can actually play this game like that as well. But the fact that you can just run around, do side quests all the time, it's just so great.
My seat here.
If you have problems with loading screens, then I recommend installing it on your SSD. if you have it on a normal hard drive, from what I understand, I only have an SSD on this system, but if you have it on a hard drive, it's supposedly quite bad, the loading screens. Yeah.
I expect
Adrian
she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out.
Let's see if we can
Now,
recruit
let's
Adrian.
get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know, you shouldn't need to kill these critters to harvest the required cells. This isn't the same level of analysis we were doing with the terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. Just get close, take a few scrapings, and get out before they see you.
If I see
Don't let them get the best of you,
Mm.
all right?
I tell you guys, right?
That's right. What did you see?
One of the new guys. I saw him slip a slate into his bag. That stuff's all classified, right?
That's correct. Would you happen to know the person's ID number?
Is this a side quest?
I can get it for you.
Please do. I'll be sure it gets in the system.
Cleaning up the galaxy in record time.
Mm-hmm. I guess not a side quest for us. We have people to handle that stuff for us now.
Hello.
Let's see where Hadrian went off to. Oh, she's not here anymore. Hadrian, where
Yes?
are you?
Hello.
There's a lot of people here now. Do we have like a activity now to go and talk to her? Probably we do. Yep. Oh, we actually have it tracked. So, oh, it is actually tracking. Didn't see that one.
They put you through that.
It's a good thing too, because finding her in this maze, not easy.
I appreciate the reason.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So, you bringing it straight to me, it just means a lot.
I think we had the right call there.
The best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were up on that podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. But I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I have gained from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that.
Well, she's getting good at clearing her name now. I mean, she's actually saving the galaxy where her father was mostly murdering all of it.
He said that? I mean, I guess. You're sure you'd really want me to come with you? I guess you're right. I always imagined that future would be here at the TMD, but, well, maybe a change of scenery wouldn't be so bad. Besides, Percival will never let me forget it if I turn down field work in favor of a desk job. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six.
Well, we don't need backup, but...
Yeah, I think so too.
she's kind of cool to have around.
Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems.
Okay. Let's see. We're getting quite a crew now. Let's assign her to the ship. We'll also assign her... Oh, we can't actually assign her to an outpost yet because I have no crew stations in my outposts. Yeah. Let's assign her to the ship. That's not what I wanted to do. Adrian. Yes. So... Why is this not... Oh, sorry, we need to assign. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. But there's no assignments available. That's because I have it. So let's unassign this guy. And then assign her to the frontier. There we go.
I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain.
Oh, Melons, if you're playing it on the Series X, it shouldn't be that bad, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have one of those, so it's working fine on Steam.
There just aren't words for
playing
how
it on the
grateful I
PC,
am.
obviously, but yeah. Can we... Okay, so we can assign her
See you
to
later.
our crew, but we can't actually bring her as a companion. That's a shame. I was hoping for her to be a companion, but...
Howdy.
Yes, we'll have to do with Barrett for now. So let's see if what we can do about collecting some of these samples.
Does this place look...
Let me show how it's done.
Hello? Time to bring out the guns, I guess.
Now isn't the best time. We need to talk.
They boast around your capability.
103 experience.
And if their shield system is damaged,
Why can't I loot this? Oh, my cargo hold is full. Okay. Then we're just going to land on the planet, I guess. We scanned this one yet? We did. Where are we going here? So did any of you actually play either Skyrim or Fallout 4? Because this game, well, for obvious reasons probably, it's very much reminding me of exactly that. Although it does seem to be lacking a couple of the quality of life things that, for example, Fallout had, with the fact that you can't actually remove mods from your gear and reinstall them on new mods, new weapons. For your server messaging, look for alarm signs and hazard maps to using your scanner. So locations can be spread far and wide, so explore and use the scanner frequently to find them. Really? Is this like the tutorial mission for surveying and scanning? Seems a little late for that. Okay, so that's how this quest is gonna go. Really? That's interesting. Are these creatures we need to scan as well? I have no idea how we're going to get to them. Oh. Boosting up apparently works. But these are not the creatures we need. At least I guess not. Okay, so enough with that. So it said we would need to go to some of the special places. The natural and life science, those were the ones we were looking for. Also not the one we need apparently. Well, the nice thing is we can actually survey this planet while we're at it. Anomaly. That looks very promising. Actually, let me change the key bindings quickly, because I think that could actually speed things up. So, bindings. Jump. Let's see. Where is the booster? The booster. Booster, booster, booster. Where are your boosters? There we go. This is a spaceship. That's not what I was looking for. Not those boosters, the normal boosters. Did I scroll past that already? So many key bindings. Open scanner, repair, is still the ship. So this is jump. Is it the same as jump? Where is it? Should be... Is it just jump, or it's actually... I thought it was a separate command for the booster. The reason I'm looking for this is that if you bind it to something else, you can actually boost a lot quicker. As far as I understood from Reddit earlier today. I just don't see the actual commands. If you haven't played Fallout or Skyrim, well, Skyrim by now is a little bit dated, it's been out forever. So is Fallout for that matter, but it's a really, really good game. It's very similar to this. Might actually be... I'm not sure if it's better. It's a slightly different setting as well. If you are not into the setting, you might not really enjoy it, but it's a really enjoyable game. It has a lot of the similar types of side quests that this has. Let's see if it's actually the jump. Let's do something like... Alt. Now let's see if this actually works. So let's run. Where were we going? This one? No, this one. Let's scan this. Not sure if the difference is noticeable, but it is actually faster if you jump like this. However, while we're at it, let's make sure we scan all of this. Cage brain. Is this a plant or a creature? A plant, I guess. So much to scan on these planets. If that's something you're into, actually, it is pretty decent experience. I was doing it earlier today, and I think at some point I got like 300 experience just for exploring a planet. Doesn't take that long either. I mean, as long as there's not too much fallout on the planet, because those can be really annoying to track down. I mean, right now we haven't actually fully scanned anything yet. Honestly, the best thing is if you actually have something to do on a planet like we do now. It's just to go for your target and scan everything else along the way. That's what I was pretty much doing. I was surveying planets looking for certain materials. And then just scanning whatever I came across. And that worked really well. I'm not sure if these guys are friendly, but let's not find out. It's a good thing to keep a note on the biome completed thing that you can see on the screen now, because that means that there's no plants in this biome that we can still scan. So that means that the other two plants that we're lacking are going to be somewhere else on the planet. So we'll just have to take off and then come back, basically. Ooh. This kind of looks like the whatchamacallit. The artifacts that we were discovering. There we go, 220 experience just from discovering this, and there's 3 more like this on this planet. And there's a dung pile. I mean, what's not to like about the dung pile? What's the loot in there? Hello. Why are you being terrible? Barrett's really? Did he just throw a grenade at him? Oh, in that case, I guess we're killing it. More experience for us. That thing had a lot of loot on it. So what else is there? There's a structure, there's a structure. We were looking for natural things and life signs, right? This is probably not my favorite type of quest. What we can try to do, actually, is go to the map. Go to the map, I said. Zoom out a little bit. And then just pick a different location. It's actually saying it's over here now. Yeah, the Fallout games, they're really good. They have this whole kind of 60s vibe to them, especially with the music and stuff like that. Oh, okay, we should probably have gone here from the get-go. Might have looked wrong on the map. But these are definitely the guys we need. So Barrett is probably going to be shooting at them. Barrett! Really, Barrett? They're chewing on me. So there's weapons laying around here. So I got one of these samples. So why am I not getting any of the other ones? Do I need to do this manually like this? Oh yeah, I do. Well, I'm trying not to kill them. I mean...
Fine, let's go! Ha!
I don't think Barrett got that memo, but still. Okay, so now we just go back and we hand it in and that's it. Let's see. If that's the case, these are pretty straightforward fetch quests. Not the most interesting stuff, I guess. Oh, you can't fast travel during combat. I guess that makes sense. Just wondering if we'll get a field on the optional objective to do this the peaceful way, because the bear is actually killing them. If that's the case, that's a little bit disappointing. There's very much similarities between this game and Fallout as well, by the way, because, for example, the magazines that you can collect are the exact same thing as in Fallout as well. Some base building there in Fallout 4 at least. Honestly, I never really get into those type of things, but... Hello? How are we still in combat? We're in the ship. Can I take off then?
Time to leave this place behind.
If you need a relaxing evening, then I really recommend just flying around and surveying planets. It's actually not a bad thing for money as well. Running around on the planets is really fun, but specifically if you check out the system. So let me see, I'm not sure if I actually visited this system yet. You zoom out a little bit. If there's any gas giants, like this one over here, you're not able to land on a gas giant. So if you scan it, it's immediately surveyed, you get some experience for that, and you get the survey data straight away just from flying here and scanning it once from out of your ship, and you can sell that, and it's like something like 1,000 credits or something like that. So if you do that a couple of times, it adds up. It's not a massive amount of money. It's an easy way to get some experience and some money, so why not? Let's go and turn in the sample. That was not what I wanted to click. TMO headquarters. They actually renamed the base to TMO headquarters now. That's interesting. Don't forget to say hi in the chat if you haven't said anything yet. I see you guys lurking there. Don't worry.
Ah, you must be the one with the samples then. I'll get these logged ASAP. If you're interested in collecting more, you can speak to Dr. Walker. Oh, and your pay? Here you are. Thank you, Captain.
Okay. 150 experience. Along with all the experience we got from the exploring and things like that, it's a pretty straightforward quest, but nothing too impressive, I think. So, guys, what do you say we do some outpost building, maybe? Could be fun, right? Let's see if we can get some money flowing in that way. Let me quickly make a manual save before we do that. So I actually did some prep work for the outpost building already.
Aha, low gravity.
Let's see.
Feels like you might slip and float away, right?
What we're going to need for a base is a couple of things. So we need aluminum, tungsten, iron, nickel, copper, beryllium. That's the main things we need in order to get us going. And let's see, I actually found a pretty nice location. Now I just need to remember where it was, but I do think the map actually shows you the locations that you scout. So there's this little bunker here that's actually an outpost. This outpost in particular is nothing to be impressed of. It's on this moon, Andraphon. Over here. And we have some nice materials there to get us going. Let's see how long it takes us. So it's exactly 10 o'clock. For me, anyway.
Hey,
it shouldn't take more than an hour, I hope, to get the base up and going and get some real progress. Hopefully. Let's find out. So, building. And zoom out. I really like that they have this, by the way. Building a settlement in Fallout 4 was really fun. It looks really nice, but it was such a pain in the ass to actually do because of how the UI worked. But yeah, let's get us some aluminum. Let's see. Where's the actual aluminum? Hello? Should be here. Somewhere. Can we zoom out somehow? So the helium is here. Okay, let me actually find... So we have helium here. But there should be aluminum here as well. That's the helium. That's more helium. Aluminum. Oh, standing in the gas. That's probably not a good idea. There should be aluminum somewhere in this thing. At least that's what it said when I built it. There we go. Well, that's the beryllium. Well, let's start with the beryllium in that case. So let's put one on the edge over here. Let's just start small. Let's just get it going.
Love it.
And then we still need to find aluminum. Somewhere around the edge, maybe? That's the main reason I'm here. The aluminum. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's actually just a tiny amount of aluminum here. That's a little bit unfortunate, but... Let's put it all the way in the edge, and then we can probably fit in a few more later. Okay. Just going with one of each for now. That should be sufficient. So that's some production going. I brought all of these raw materials with me in preparation for this. So then we're going to need some solar panels. Why is this cut off over here? Oh, that's because there's probably some sort of type of base over there. Anyway, let's build some solar arrays. We're going to need 15 power for this so far. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. And what else do we need? So we need storage. 1 for solids and 1 for gas. Let's put that one, let's say, over here. Probably going to have to clean this up at some point. I keep confusing the way this actually works, in case you're wondering why, and being a noob when I'm building this. And we're going to need gas. So that's some storage for all of that. Then what we also want is a landing area. So a small landing pad. Can always move that if we run out of room. But let's go with this for now. There we go. And what else do we need? Well, this is going to be our main station, I think. So we're probably going to want to upgrade this at some point to a large one. But in order to do this, we're actually going to need more materials than we currently have. We have most of them. We just need some iron. But this is future station building. Let's see, what else do we need? Miscellaneous. We need a cargo link. What are we missing? We actually need an inter-system version of this. We need iron. Well, the good thing is I actually do have a station up and running already that has some iron. But before we do that, what we actually need to do is exit this. We didn't actually build a landing station now, did we? Did we build any of it? Or did it just cancel out of everything now? Did it really do that? No, it didn't, because it did spend the resources. Okay. So then where's the landing station? Oh, there it is. I was about to say, I was like, I didn't build all of that for nothing, did I? But what we do actually need to do is hook everything up to the storage, because it's not going to store things out of its own volition. So let's see. Create output link. Right mouse button. This is the helium. So that needs to go into the gas. Press E, and now it should be stored. Same thing over here. The outputs from the aluminum. Straight over there. And then where was the beryllium? Let's see. Somewhere on the edge. It's the one over there. Yep. Is it? It looks like it's outside of my territory like this. I'm not entirely sure why the territory is shaped so weirdly here. Might be because of that spaceship that's landed over there. That kind of counts as an area or something like that. Oh well. So, this is the basis of a pretty decent start for an outpost. Why? Because we should have materials flowing into this storage area over here now. Let's see. There's actually anything already in here. Yeah, there's some aluminum, some beryllium in here already. There's some helium in here already. So now what we need to do is, in order to finish this, is actually bring us some iron. Because for whatever reason, I apparently cleared my inventory of that. So, just to show you what happens if you build it up a little further than what we just did. I went to the moon. This is the moon. And I build a little station there as well. And it is actually just a little station. It's not all that impressive. Why are we not just landing here? There we go. Now the nice thing is, once we have a couple of these resources flowing, we should be able to do some crafting, and crafting actually gives you experience. And of course you can also sell your stuff. But let's see, we have this thing over here. 280 iron. Should be enough, right? And now we're encumbered, but that's not a problem. Not actually sure we can still travel like this. Let's find out, I guess. Going back to Narian. Where were we? On Andraphon. Oh! Okay. 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 So in that case, let's put some stuff back in here. Resources. Most of it. There we go. So now we still have quite a bit on us, but not everything. Okay, so let's go to Narian once again. And let's finish, well, not really finish our base, but at least let's get it completed so we can connect it up to everything else in a moment. Actually, while we're here, sorry for changing my mind, but we actually do need to connect this one up as well. And I think we have the materials to do exactly that. So let's go into the build mode. Let's see. We need an interlink system. This thing is so huge. Actually a completely separate landing pad. Okay. Why can't we place this down? We have all the materials for this, right? Yes, we have the iron, the comm relay. I don't get it. Why is it not letting us build this? Let's see. I don't understand what's happening. This is very much Fallout as well, by the way. Okay, so let's build this. So let's see if we can actually build it like this. Because now it is giving me the option to build it. Okay. Yes, I know all of that. So for some reason it doesn't let me build it from the like the eagle eye overview, but it does let me build it like this. That is interesting. Okay, so we have a gas thing over here. Fluid. Okay. So then what we need to do is hook this up because it does need helium to function. So we could probably switch this one like so. And we Let's see. I didn't want to use the console. I don't even want to move this thing. I'm just wondering how we remove this link. Like this. Okay, so now this is purely used to power this one. That's fine. And then we link this one up. The storage over there. Not entirely sure if it matters which one we pick, but still. I like that. By creating a chain of output links, incoming items will fill up the storage container at the end of the chain first. Yeah, okay, so it's going to fill up this one, and if it has any issues putting it in this box, it's going to store it up in this box. So that's fine, that's fine. So then what we should hopefully see is that this box is now filling up. Let's double check. This is all working like intended. Which probably should be done outside of the building. Yeah, so the iron is now in here. And we should also have... So is this working like I intended to? I can't see if the helium is actually going in here. It is connected up. So I assume it's working. Is there anything else we can connect this with? You can actually connect it twice. That's interesting. Let's assume this is working, because we can actually easily test this out by going back to the other planet. And again, need to cancel this menu. One of these days I'm gonna get that right. Hopefully. Okay, so tune area to Andrefon. Andrefon Prime, where all our hard work is coming together.
No native life forms here right now, but it's got a lot of character, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's make sure we're not in the way of our own building. And let's see. So, we need one of those spaceports here as well. It's so weird that it doesn't actually let you build like this. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That seems like a bug to me, but we can manage like this, no problem. It's a little annoying, but still. Okay, so now we do the same thing here. So we hook this up, output link to the gas box, and that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, you can copy it like that. That's cool, but that's not what we want to do for now. So, output link here as well. And then actually we can do it the other way around. Well, actually no, I don't want to have an output link here. So let's delete this one. Because this is going to be our main base, so we're just going to collect items here. So we actually want to do it the other way around. So we're going to connect an output link from this one to this one. Now the real question is, operating. Oh, look, it is actually collecting the helium now, so it does have the helium available for it now. So it has outgoing aluminum. Let's pick that up. This is the outgoing. So, incoming. So, we want to... Output link, outposts. Nope. That's not what I want to do. We need to set up an output link. There we go. Nope. This is an inter-system one, so that's not what we want to do. So this is the incoming. Yes. This is not really working like I thought it would. Let's see. Open the quick menu. This is the outgoing. How do we actually create the output link? I mean, if I do this, this is the local version. This is definitely not the most intuitive thing I've ever done. So this is deleting the entire thing. That's definitely not what we wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure that that was actually what I thought it was. Okay, so let's quickly do that again. And let's create an out. This is the incoming. This is the outgoing. So we have the incoming one linked to this one. And then we have the gas storage linked to that one. So now how do we actually set up the link? Or do we need to do that from our main building maybe? Mm-hmm. They couldn't make this easier. Or is this the place where we do this? Ah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. So. We want to link this up, for sure. So this has outgoing resources, yes. And yes. So now we should have the iron incoming here as well. All good. This is actually my transport ship coming in. Look at that. Is it actually the ship we got from our parents? Oh, that's super cool. I'm not entirely sure that's the case though. No, it's a different ship. Okay, but we are actually getting those resources in here now. And nothing in here just yet. So did I hook that up correctly? Let's double check. So let's go to this thing again. Let's see. Is that already connected? Yes, it is. Okay. so it should be working. It's just a little bit hard to check if it's actually doing what I think it is. So right now there's only beryllium and aluminum in here. And these are the incoming items, so maybe we just need to give it some time. I mean, obviously, the spaceship arriving doesn't necessarily mean that it already came from the other planet. I'm not entirely sure how fast this will be, but it should be working. Let's just double check. So we have a system, and Luna does actually have the outgoing iron and helium. So, yeah, should be working. So, assuming that it is working, we now have aluminum, beryllium, as well as iron incoming on this planet, which means we're going to want to add a couple more things to the system, so we can actually make some more complicated stuff as well. In order to do that, I am going to set up a planet over in the, I think it was the Alpha Centauri system. Yep, on Zamka. Why Zamka? Because this has a ton of resources. Again, it has helium, which is really convenient because we need helium to actually power our bases. But it also has things like copper and nickel. And specifically over here, I actually think we have like 5 different resources or something like that. Let's see if I remember that correctly.
Take a break. Let's chat. What's new?
There we go. I have not set up anything here yet, so let's go and do that. Let's once again start with the helium. Assuming we can find it this time around. Helium. Helium. There we go. Can we actually build it here? No, we can't. So just building it on the edge here, like so. We don't necessarily need to add the iron into that because, well, we have plenty of that going already. We have some nickel here though. Quite a lot of nickel actually. Let's see, there's nothing really of interest here, so let's build the solar arrays here. See, we can actually build some wind turbines instead as well. This is where the nickel comes in, as well as cobalt. Yeah, I think the solar array is still the better option. We have a total power of 12 now, so that's fine. And what else do we need? We are once again going to need some storage, so I might as well just put that over here. Let's turn it a little bit. As you can see, we need iron and aluminum for that, and that is what we now have, so that's really convenient. And then once again, we are going to need all of these. And now it will actually let me build it. There we go. That's a lot easier. I think we can actually, let's see. Can we actually link up like this as well? No, we can't, but that's okay. So we have let's link this up. It's really high. Okay, so create output link. Let's link that up once again. It's going to be the fuel. Now, if only I remembered where we just put the the nickel. It's somewhere in the edge, right? Let's just follow the edge. We'll find it soon enough. That's the helium. That's the power. There we go. Okay, so we're going to hook this up to the storage. And then, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Then we're going to hook the storage up to the output link. We have water here as well, but we don't currently have a use for that, so let's just set up the logistics first before we start adding more things to that. Available outposts? None? Why don't we have available outposts? Why can't we hook this up? Because we probably need a second landing site for the other one on Androphon. That kind of makes sense, actually. Okay, so that means we have the nickel done. But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set up a local version of this as well. This is the screenshot mode, that was not what I wanted. So let's see. Miscellaneous. There's a cargo link version of this that's actually a local version. Oh, but we need some more aluminum and we need some more iron. Okay, luckily we can just go and pick that up from our other station now. And then while we are there, we might as well just build the other station there and then make sure we bring in the nickel. Oh, and very much appreciated, Jay. Currently actually building some outposts in Starfield. Or trying to, at least. Because it's, I have to admit, it's a little bit of a painful process. But once you get it going, it is not all that bad. But getting it going, on the other hand, is a little bit painful. But we need to set up our whole Dyson Sphere industry on this planet as well. I mean,
These
different
suits
game,
separate us from
same logic,
peril.
right?
Such a thin garment considering the weight riding on that promise.
Okay, so there's a spaceship here at least. The real question is, do we actually have iron here now as well? Yes, we do. Okay, so we need to get some iron. That's probably enough. Some aluminum as well. Might as well get some iridium while we're at it. How are we doing on inventory space? Just below. Just below. Okay, so what did we want to do? We wanted to add nickel to this system as well. So that means we're going to need a second one of these interstellar thingies. And we now do have the resources for that once again. And again, it's not letting me build it like this. Let's actually see if we can break through that, because I was able to do it just a moment ago. So if we first switch to this. That's so strange, it doesn't actually let me build like this. But that's only on this planet, because on the previous planet it did actually let me build. Oh well. I'll just have to deal with it, I guess, but it's still really strange. Okay, cargo link, intersystem. It's the one thing that is annoying me is that because it's working like this, I can't make a neat layout. So yeah, a little annoyed by that, but it is what it is, I guess. We might want to build another helium thingy, just to make sure we have enough helium to get everything going. And the real question is, will it allow us to build the helium thing? For some reason it's actually bugging out because I can't switch between the menus either when I'm in this mode. Now if I switch like this, oh, still bugging out. That is really strange. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Jay. It's very much appreciated. Let's see. Honestly, the menus in this game are not that intuitive. Just the controls. The menus, well, the menus are okay, but the controls definitely are not as optimal as they could be. Let's see, this needs to be linked up to that one. So now this should have fuel. This is what we want. Getting run over by my own spaceship there. And then we need to link this up. And now we can actually link this up with Zamka Prime. Yep, it has outgoing resources nickel. That's exactly what we want. And we have linked this up. Check, double check. Do we have the outgoing resources linked up here already? I think we do, just making sure. All of that is going into the cargo hold over there. So now we have iron, we have aluminum, beryllium, nickel, and helium all linked up to this. So this is going to be the kind of the center of our industrial thing going over here. It's obviously not producing at a large rate at the moment, for the simple reason that we only have a single extractor of everything running for the moment. But scaling things up once you have it going is a lot easier than getting it going in the first place. I mean, now we actually have all the resources that we are producing being transported to this planet, so if we need any of those resources we can just come here and pick them up. So what else do we need? We need copper and tungsten, actually. Probably copper first, though. Actually, well, we need both, so it doesn't really matter. But let's check out Zamka, because I think we have a secondary location at Zamka as well. So this was the one that we were just at. But I have a secondary location here as well.
Hey, you might want this.
I might want what? You have stuff for me again? I'm focusing on being an industrial person here. We have no time for random stuff you picked up from the floor. Okay, so getting the hang of this now. We need an extractor. We need an extractor for copper. There we go. There is plenty of copper here, so that's not going to be an issue. For sure. There we go. let's go with 2. However, I'm out of copper, as well as... Oh, I should not have built 2. Let's see, can I delete this? The real question is, do I actually get some resources back now? Okay, so we actually need some solar. Some copper to build our solar arrays. And then what else do we need? Some aluminum. We are going to build a storage container, which we can actually just build over here, that's fine. So this is going to store some of our copper. Let's make sure our production is actually doing something. Oh, we're actually going to need aluminum to build the power for this to actually work. It's a little unfortunate. I don't think we got any materials back, so I'm not going to remove anything anymore. We have a transfer container, but that's not going to be of any use. Let's see, do we have enough materials to build any of the other stuff that we need? Nope, we need more aluminum for this as well. More aluminum, so this is why we started building a planet that actually had aluminum. We might actually need to go and buy some aluminum, depending on how much there's actually on our planet. So, yep, like I said, a little tedious to get it going. But once you have it going, it will pretty much take care of itself. So, luckily, now all we need to do is go back to Narion. And Rafon, go back to our main planet. And we should see some of our production there now.
I have something for you.
That is not a lot of aluminum. But hopefully it is actually enough aluminum to do this. That's not what I want to do. Let's see. Menus, difficult. Let's build another one of these. Okay, so how close can we get this? There we go. So that's 3 of them now. However, of course, now we need more power, and in order to get more power, we're going to need copper and aluminum. So there might actually be some random aluminum over here. But what's probably easier is just going out for a vendor, getting some copper and aluminum, and then just flying back. Is there any base here? There's the clinic. Maybe we can just buy it at the den. I'm not entirely sure, actually.
I have something for you.
Barrett really wants to give me stuff. Oh man, it is super warm here. I'm not sure what temperature it is where you guys are, but
And
we actually had the hottest week here after the holidays. It's really strange.
You might want this.
Okay, there it goes. just give it to me.
You know, traveling with you at...
Yeah.
Well, I buried my pain about Irvin for so
We're going
long
to
that I
have this
needed a
whole
nudge and a
therapeutic
different
talk.
perspective. Well, just ask.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
we make a great
used to
team.
not be so fond of I guess a good team is a team where you...
Yeah,
Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier. My contact center. Hey, when you're
Yeah,
not
well, let's
busy,
do that some other time, and we'll go through the entire quest chain now. We're trying to build a base.
Good to see you.
Okay. We need
I
an
hope we
aluminum
have
and
what you
copper.
need.
I was like, maybe he will just shut up for a moment, but... Okay, he only has actual stuff. We need some of these 0 wires as well. So while we're here, we might as well pick that up. Copper relay, maybe. Com relay, I mean, because that's actually what you need to build those links, so that's not a bad thing that we went here. But we actually need a more simple vendor. For example, actually think one of the vendors on Jemison, just the mercantile one, you know, one in the main district, actually has everything we need.
I have
25. Well, it's currently like 28 over here in this room right now. There is so much sweat on my back. It's not fun. And there's like no wind, so it's not cooling down either. Having the graphics card running overtime with this game is not helping either for the temperature, but still. Where are we landing? We're landing here. Copper, aluminum. Is there anything else we're low on? Tungsten, maybe.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Yeah, it's really speeding up boosting like this. Okay. Hello.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. There is a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something. Oh, please, take a look.
Okay, so resources. Aluminum. She doesn't have a lot. Oh, 31. That's actually quite a lot. Beryllium, I think we were fine on, but let's just buy some to be safe. Copper. All the copper. Yes, please. Anything else that we need? I don't think so for the moment. Tungsten I was talking about. Let's just be safe and get some of that as well.
Oh, please.
I might have to sell some stuff because, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So, like that, so we're not overburdened.
Thanks for coming in.
And let's go back to our main outpost to get that aluminum flowing. She's over here. There we go. Well, Ulrich, you're turning into my most hardcore livestream fan. You haven't missed a single one yet. And it's very much appreciated, of course. Let's see. Building some power. Let's check the inventory. Actually wondering how time... Well, there's 4 aluminum already in here. That's interesting. So there's actually some time passing. There's no nickel in here yet. That's... Is this full? I actually don't know how much fits into one of these storage units. But yeah. Solar arrays. Let's build some more of those. Let's keep it tidy. Not that easy to actually get things to snap. Is there like a key we can hold to make it snap somehow? Well, Ulrich, I actually just started streaming and I didn't do too much to announce that, so yeah. I'm just happy that you showed up. There's a few people watching, and there's also people on different time zones that are watching it on their own time, so...
This place is looking great.
I think that if I would have started streaming from the get-go, we would probably have a few more people here, but... from the get-go, as in from when Starfield launched, but... yeah, I'll take what I can get for now. It's just fine. It's actually not a problem. So if we add a little bit more power to this, well, let's not overdo it because we actually need some power on the other planet as well. Okay, but now we have plenty of power here. We could actually also get some more beryllium going, maybe. It's just the aluminum. There's nothing really special about the resources that this requires, so that's fine. That's all we can do for now. And let's make sure we link this up to the storage as well. And then the same, of course, with these. That's not what I wanted to do. Right mouse to click. And then E to do this. Like, you need a different button. Right mouse click. E to connect. Like, literally every action that you take is a different button. A little annoying, I have to admit. However, with this many production going on here, let's see. Maybe we should add one of these. So now this output is linked to this one, and that means we should have all of these filling up. So now if this is working like advertised, yeah, everything is now in here. Oh look! It's actually filling up quite nicely now. So we have beryllium in here, iron in there, aluminum in here.
Talk to me.
It's actually filling up quite nicely now. The iron production. Oh, we had a stockpile of iron, of course, on the other planet.
For you.
And now it might actually have been an issue with the amount of space in the storage that we were not getting the nickel in, because now the nickel is actually in here. But that's good. So we have a little bit of everything here now. Should we build more storage? Probably. Let's build one more. Just checking if we're not using too precious resources, just the adaptive frames, and we have plenty of those for the moment. So let's build that. And then right mouse, and then E to connect. One of these days, I'll be fine with this. Okay, so everything is in here now. This one is full as well. It's a little messy in terms of which resources we have in here. That's not necessarily a problem. Okay, so let's get rid of some of the resources we don't need. Okay, so removing the nickel. And now we have a lot of these resources incoming. Actually, the drills themselves actually store some resources as well once they start drilling. So you'll also always have a little bit of backup resource in here, just in case. Okay. So where next? We were working on some copper on the secondary location on Zamka. Because we currently do not have copper. And we are going to need that because we are almost out of copper again. And yeah, we're basically building this whole base to get all these things automated so that we have an infinite amount of resources on hand whenever we need them. You need those resources to craft things like mods to weapons, upgrades to the gear. You can also just craft whatever you want and sell it. And by doing so, you actually get some experience. Which is always a nice thing because, well, experience gives you levels, which gives you more skills, which gives you more stuff.
You might want this.
So, let's see. We were building something over here that we didn't quite get to finish. So, we do have the storage unit over here. Is there actually anything in here? I don't think we have this powered up yet. Did we? No, this is empty. Okay. So. We did build something, did we? If I remember correctly. Finding it again, however, is a whole different matter. Yes, no, maybe? Oh, it's actually right here. I'm blind. I thought this was the outpost thing itself. Okay, so, copper. Power. We need power.
Oh, low gravity. I love that feeling.
There we go. So now we're out of copper, but we are producing copper, so that's good. Let's see. So we need to hook this up to this one. Just to make sure that copper has somewhere to go. So we are now producing copper, so that's good. However, in order to get the copper to go where it needs to go, we need to set up one of these links. This is actually going to be a local link because we are on the planet that we were already on. So any reason not to build this over here, I can't think of one. So let's build this. This doesn't actually require fuel, so that's really convenient, because that means that if we do this, not this. We can hook this up. There we go. Getting the hang of this. Okay, so connecting this. Now this is outgoing. Now this probably won't do anything by itself, because we are probably going to need one of these at the other base as well. Let's double check. We can already connect this to anything. Nope. Okay, but that's not a problem. In this case, we don't actually have to leave the planet. we can simply go to the secondary location, or actually the prime location, which is over here. And again, just making sure it works before we get into anything more complicated. RV... Yeah, they did a very good job of making this as complicated as they could get it. Okay, so this is where the ship is. So what we're going to want to do is buy one... We need more iron, really? We're lacking 1 iron? Okay. I'm really hoping that there's just some iron around here somewhere. Oh, look! Iron! There we go. We have iron. Okay. Okay, F, R, V. There we go. Getting the hang of this. Cargo link, the normal one. Let's build that one over here. And switch back with tab. Then do the right click with the mouse. Why can't I do that? This is the inter-system one. Can't I link this? I can create an output link here. Why can't I create an output link here? Might make... Oh, great. We now have hypothermia. This episode is going to end with me being crippled once again. I'm not too worried about that right now then. Okay, so we actually have this available. So we can link this up. So now we have incoming resources. Now we're going to hook this up to the outgoing one over here. Which one is that? It's this one. So we want you to be... Oh, no. Did that ship just push me off? Let's try that again. I'm not entirely sure if it actually connected now. It's connected to something, but which one? That's the wrong one. Okay, so this one is going to hook up to that one. I think, at least. Let's check if that's the outgoing one. Starting to feel like an actual... Yeah, so we have nickel outgoing here now. And then hopefully we should have outgoing copper here now very soon as well. So just double checking. So we have Zamka Beta, which has outgoing resources copper, which means they're bringing it in over here. And then this is the incoming box. And that incoming box will link to the outgoing box over there. So we should have the copper coming in here now. So that means it's being transported from here to there and then being transported to Pendragon. Okay. So, copper, check. Iron check. Aluminum check. Beryllium check. Now all we need is tungsten, and I also had a plan for that. However, before we do that, we're probably going to have to visit Androphon again, because we're going to need some more of those resources. I'm gonna pop back to the other location for a moment though, because there might just be some copper laying around here on the floor. I really hope we don't end up crippled.
You might want this.
It's warmer here probably, or is this ice? I actually don't know. Let's see, is there any random resources laying around here? Is something I can mine the old-fashioned way? Oh, that's the nickel. Cobalt. We need none of those. That's the cobalt. We don't really need that yet. I guess not. Why make it easy? Okay, then hopefully what we can do now is just hop to our other colony and pick it up right there. I mean, that's the idea that we're going for, that whenever we need one of those resources, we can just go here and get it. There we go.
I have...
Why didn't you just land? Hopefully this fixes that problem. Yeah, these colonies are hard work. That's a wall. Okay, let's see. So, is there anything in here now? Beryllium and iron. Beryllium and iron. Aluminum. No copper. Why is there no copper? Might have been a little bit too quick. What we can actually do is collect all of this. Let's see if we can actually make something out of all of this. Just as a little test run. Because honestly all we have to do from this point on, we can just wait in our ship. Let me actually show you. So that's actually a good way to test if our copper connection is working.
Captain?
So, sleeping for 2 days. Considering I probably haven't slept at all in the game yet so far. Catching up on some sleep, I suppose. Okay.
Is mining on the schedule today?
Yes, Lynn, mining is definitely on the schedule today. It's kind of cool to see all these ships around. So let's see if we now have more resources in here. I think yes is the answer. The only problem is that we have only beryllium and aluminum in here. And I think what's happening is that these storage units are actually getting filled up too fast with these resources that are being produced locally, that we're not actually allowing them to be imported. So we're probably going to have to split up the storage units in order for that to work like we want it to. So, let's test that theory.
Hey, you might want this.
That is so cool. Anyway. So.
Hey,
F.
when you're not busy,
R.
let's chat.
V. Tap. Let's see, storage, solids. Let's build a secondary line over here. Nope, nope, not what I wanted to do. Like that. And let's see, then we're actually going to remove this line. Assuming I can actually target it. This is not annoying at all. So this might actually be easier from this view. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and then we're going to go back to this. And then this one is going to link to this one. And then this one is going to link to this one. I'm not sure if that works instantly, but let's check it out. Look, copper and nickel. So that's coming from Zamka. And then the iron that is coming from the moon, actually, is going to go in this one. And then we have beryllium and aluminum in here. So, that is working like intended now, and now we should have a stockpile of all of those different resources without the local production getting in the way of that. And yeah, sleeping does actually heal you. I don't think it cures anything in particular, but it does heal you up, and more importantly it actually gives you a bonus to experience, so it's actually a good habit to sleep in your ship before you go out and explore or kill stuff and things like that, because you do actually get a bonus. Yeah, it is quite loud, so if it's too loud let me know, because depends a little bit on how close I'm standing as well, I think. Yeah, the moon actually doesn't have an atmosphere, so that's why we're running around in our spacesuits. There are actually planets where you don't wear your spacesuit at all, or at least not your helmet, because you can just walk around there. Okay, so now we actually have all of those resources coming in. I mean, obviously increasing the production is going to be worthwhile as well. However, I have actually one last thing I want to do before I think we're going to wrap it up. Maybe two things, but definitely one more thing, because I want tungsten connected to the system as well. And I had a planet pre-scouted for that as well, which is Foss over here. And we have too much stuff on us and we can't fast travel. That's unfortunate. We can probably just dump some stuff. Yeah, we probably don't need all of this beryllium. Or all of this iron. And we definitely don't need this helium-3. Oh. Still too much. Oh, we still have a lot of this. There we go. We don't actually need beryllium for almost anything. Let's drop some more of that. And probably some of this nickel as well. We're not just dropping it on the floor, but if it seems like a waste, as I just showed you, we pretty much have infinite resources now. for all of these types. I mean, I have plenty of beryllium in here. Nickel. Look, 124 nickel now. And the iron.
I have something for you.
Yeah, so the copper is not quite keeping up for the moment, but that's going to be fixed as soon as we build some more storage over there as well. Okay, so to Voss. I really wish this game would let you set some favorites or something like that, because traveling intensively like this does get slightly annoying. Just slightly. Just slightly. But we're getting to it. We're getting to it.
I have something for you.
These planets are not all that friendly. Okay, F, R, V. There we go. What are we building here? We are building some solar arrays to get started. And some tungsten.
Let me know if you need a hand with anything.
Let's just build 2 straight away. Well, let's make sure we power that. The nice thing is you can always just move items later. Total power, we need 1 more. Oops, and now we have enough power. We need some storage, and you can see how much easier it is now to actually build stuff. Now we have all those raw resources on us. I'm almost out of adaptive frames actually. Is that a problem? I think we can actually craft them ourselves now. But I am not entirely sure. I have a small warehouse actually, but we need titanium for that. Oh, this is for manufactured goods. Never mind. Let's just stick with the storage container for now. Tab. Right mouse click. E. That was not the one. That was not the right mouse click. Right mouse click. E. So now we have tungsten production here as well. And we should be able to do this. Set up 1 more of these cargo links. Actually going to need to pick up some aluminum. Okay, but this is an interstellar one, or sorry, not an interstellar one, this is a local one, but this actually works from planet to planet as well. So what we can do is create an output link, link this up. So this is all good to go. However, in order to build another one, I'm going to need to pick up some more aluminum. Do we need anything else here while we're here? Just checking what else did we have in terms of extractors and lead. Do I have enough for more power? No, I don't. We don't really need lead, but we can always upgrade the base later on, of course. So, just to make sure there's actually an end to this building as well, so you can kind of see the point. Let's go and visit Narian. Yeah, I'm not. Being overburdened is just really, really annoying. I can't stand that. You cannot. Well, you can actually still run, but you take damage at some point. Which is not the worst thing in the world if you're in a safe environment, and you can actually do that just fine.
Hey, when you're not busy.
However, you can't actually travel from A to B, so there's not really too much of a point being overburdened, unless you put everything in your ship, and then of course you're just fine. So, let's see. This was the iron, so that's okay. This is just nickel. I'm not entirely sure where the copper is now going, but... Take some of this. Not too much though. Hey, look, we're crippled again. Oh boy. This is going to be a theme, me being crippled at the end of every episode.
Hey, you might want this.
I have actually not played Factorio. That must be the only mainstream factory game that I haven't played. For some reason, it doesn't appeal to me. I really do not like the aesthetics of that game. Honestly, I might be completely over that if I actually try that out, but I haven't done so yet. If I compare Factorio to, for example, Dyson Sphere, it kind of has the same thing going for it. But Dyson Sphere looks so much better in terms of the aesthetics of the game. Yeah, bought the crippled captain. I should get myself a wooden leg and a hook, and I can be Captain Pirate Ball. Okay, so what was I doing? We had this little operation going on over here. Oh, we actually already set this up, so we didn't actually need it to go to Voss. Where we did need to go was Zamka. Escape. Oh yeah, I'm not saying Factorio is not a good game, because obviously it is, with so many people playing it and all the updates and stuff like that. It's just, honestly, by now, there's probably so many people that are so good at the game that I would look like a fool playing it. But who knows? I might be wrong about that as well. I actually saw Nilaus update
I have something for you.
making a video recently where he automated the entire construction of a base. I have no idea how you would actually do that, but it looked really, really amazing. Okay, so we can actually make cobalt here as well as iron, but we don't really have a reason to do that for now. What we do have a reason to build is this. So another cargo link. Yeah, that is very true. Compared to anyone who has experienced playing any game, if you're new to the game, you look like you don't know what you're doing, which is actually the case. Okay, so we can link this up to Voss Prime now. So we have these resources coming in, and then...
Best thing about low gravity, you can really stretch out, crack the back up, relax.
We're exporting here, so it doesn't really matter what we link this up to, right? Ooh. Landing on top of me here. So now we have the tungsten coming in here, it's being transported over here, and then this is, I think, this was where we were exporting it. Actually, no, this is the wrong one. So that's a good thing I double checked, because this is the one that is linked to the secondary location on this planet. We actually need to hook it up to this one over here. And again, just making sure we double check. Ow. Yeah, this is exporting to that. It says it only has copper and nickel outgoing, but it should now also have tungsten outgoing because we are bringing that in. Just making sure this is actually the outgoing one. So this is the one I'm going to hook it up to. Yeah. Well, while we're here, let's pick up some copper. So that should now mean we have all of that incoming. The nice thing about boosting rounds is that you don't actually need you're not using your legs, so we're not crippled by doing so. Okay, so and the last thing that I want to check if that is now also working is we are going to Narion once more to Enderfon Prime. So we're basically importing everything from either Zamka or Luna. All of that being combined here because all the other locations are actually linked to Zamka.
When you're not busy, let's chat.
So all of that is coming in here. So let's see, 124. So that apparently this stores exactly 124 items. Let's see if we can build some more of those. Storage units.
Hey, I have something for you.
Okay, so we need adaptive frames for that. Let's build a workbench. And look, we need iron and aluminum to make adaptive frames, which we can now do. Let's make a whole bunch of them. And that just gave me 108 experience. And we could do the same thing for the manifolds over here. Or maybe the reactive gauge actually, because we actually need those. We need, oh, we're building them from copper. And yeah, why not? Let's build some of those. 22 more experience. And now we can basically just keep crafting things, get more experience, and get some more levels. Not necessarily the fastest way to get experience, but we can now basically do whatever we want. The nice thing is because we just made those frames, what we can actually do is build some more storage. Not the storage, the other type of storage. There we go.
It's relaxing to watch you remodel this place.
I'm glad you find that relaxing, Barrett. Can you please snap on this side? Really? Gonna be like that? Actually, the easier way to do this, most likely. So something like this. Then just link these up together. And then have these three be the end boxes. Something like, well, actually need more than that. Well, if you insist on being, oh, it actually overlaps with, so I built them too close together, that's the problem. I have to rearrange those at some point, but... Nope, 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 not too close. Something like that. Now we can connect these. These were already connected, but we can now... Nope, nope, I did not want to move those. Let's see, this one is going to go to this one, then we're going to connect this one to that one. And we are connecting this one up to the last one in the row over here. Now where's my workbench? There. I do actually want to move that one. Because what we have now is that we have kind of a workstation over here with all of those different resources coming in. We don't actually need to pick them up, it's just kind of to keep organized. We have all the different types of resources going out, with the exception of copper. I'm not entirely sure where the copper is going, honestly. This is only iron, mass producing iron there. Nickel, okay, so the copper is actually incoming, it's just but that we were overproducing nickel for a little while. So now we have tungsten in here, some nickel in here, some tiny amount of copper only actually. We did just pick up like 20 copper before. And the copper is actually used for things like solar panels. So it's a good thing to keep that out. But yeah, let's see. What can we actually build? Let's see how much experience we can get. 8. And create all kinds of different things now. It's automatically using all the resources we have on this planet, so that's nice. And as you can see, it's still coming in. You can actually make comm relays now as well from the other items that we just created. Some more adaptive frames, etc, etc. So we're actually just getting some free experience now, and all we need to do is just wait for more resources to come in. You can keep stocking up the storage units. It's actually probably better to stockpile the resources on the base planet and just have the overflow get in here, rather than trying to build this entirely full of storage. As you can see, we're already able to craft some more stuff, and if you just go around questing, you kill some monsters, you do some missions and things like that, and you come back, you'll find your storage entirely full and free experience. How are we doing on that level? That's over here. Level 21. We have 1 skill point already available, and we're actually quite a bit into level 1 as well, just from crafting all of that. So that was really fun. The gifted ship from Bob's parents was actually decent. Yeah, it was actually not a bad ship. It's not necessarily better than what I already have, but it was definitely not a bad ship. And now we actually do have 2 ships, so it's really easy to make, for example, one of them a freighter. Just remove all the weapons, just make sure it has a lot of storage. And then we can use the other ship as kind of our fighter, for example. So it's actually useful to have multiple ships in this game. So you can have different ships for different purposes or different loadouts and things like that. Alright. So, we have a functional base now with a lot of production going, and we can make as much stuff as we want. It's actually really useful to have this as well for things like crafting gear, like I said before. Because you do need a lot of these random materials for your upgrades. And now we can make those here as well. We need a weapons bench in order to build that, but we can add those. This is actually a good reason to build a something like this. Let me show you quickly. Let's zoom out for a moment. You can actually build outposts like an airlock, and then things like these little units where you can actually go inside. You have oxygen. Then I don't think they actually require power, but they do need a lot of materials, as you can see, which we do now have. And you can build your own little base. It's actually quite interesting to do so. I'm not one to go around decorating my bases and things like that, but if that's something you like, you can actually do that, so that's really interesting. But yeah. Alright, yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you very much for sticking around with me, for those of you that were watching, especially you, Ulrich. You have been here the entire evening once again. Really much appreciated. There's not going to be a stream for a couple of days. I am out of town tomorrow, and Wednesday probably going to record a little bit of a introduction video to things like Outpost building, because I think there's a lot of people that might benefit from not having to go through the process that we just went through, but kind of smoothing that out a little bit. So anyway, thank you for joining, and I hope to catch you in the next one.